Greater You Are is another one that we took from Finding Glory, from Craig's original solo album, and we've reworked it, and I love what we've done with it. I think that it sounds amazing. I think that Mark, our sound man, our sound guru, has done an amazing job with it and really captured the essence of what the song means. So to me, I love this song. I love Greater You Are, saying like, God, greater you are greater than any mountain, any valley, any power that I come against, anything, any evil power in the world, any sadness, any weakness. You are greater than that. Recently I've been reading the book of Job, and for those of you who've read it, you know that there's a lot in that about Job and his suffering, and how his family was taken from him and everything that he had in one day was stripped from him. And yet you see in these passages in the Bible, as he talks to his friends and as God speaks, you know, it talks about how, like, do you know where the storehouses of snow are? Do you set the path for the lightning, set the path for the storm? Do you send the rain where it goes? Do you mark off the boundaries of the sky and the earth? And like, God is so great. It is like, you cannot fathom how great he is. And when I read those passages, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I sit here and I worry about my problems and I think, is God good enough? Can God really come through for me? And I think, well, this is the God who made the universe. This is the God who knows where the snow is. This is the God who sends the lightning where it needs to go. This is the God who sends the rain and the storms and the floods and the fires. He is in control of absolutely everything. And for me, this song really encapsulates the fact that there is nothing greater than him. There is no thing that is too hard for him. There is no mountain that he cannot help you climb. There is no valley that he can't pull you out of. And that is something that I've really been learning in my journey lately, is just to trust him, because he is so much bigger than I can even understand. And I think about the weather and you think, oh, you know, it just comes from this or that, or the low pressures and the high pressures. No, it is God who creates the weather. It is God who made this world. It is God who gave each animal its creative characteristics. It is God who gave us our unique characteristics. He is the reason for everything that we see, and we can trust him. And that's what I love about this song. It's like, he is bigger than anything.
This was another one of those songs that both of us each personally loved, and we really wanted to refresh that particular song. We really wanted to remix it and give it a new lease of life for our current album. And unfortunately, whilst we remixed it and gave it some amazing treatment in the studio, and we added some bits and pieces, and we really spent a lot of time on it. Unfortunately, for circumstances beyond our control, we're not able to use it at the moment for our Freedom Reign album, but nevertheless, in saying that, we still really love what we were able to do with that particular song. God is, so powerful, and he's sovereign, and like the song says, like, he's taller than any tall mountain. He is deeper than any of the deepest oceans in the world, and his heart is for each and every one of us that choose to walk in his light. And when I was writing the song, I really couldn't think of anything to write about than his glory and his wonder and the impact that he has had in my life. Even though I've now been a Christian for a while, and a number of years, it's easy to get complacent, and it's easy to get comfortable in the familiar. And I think what this song for me does is reminds me that, hey, God still loves me, and he is still grand, and he's still glorious, yet he's mysterious. But he is a God that sent his son Jesus to the cross for me. Like, how do you describe that story? How do you describe that message in a few sentences? How do you describe how wonderful and how enormous God is? Like, you just run out of words very quickly. And so I think what this song is it's a bold declaration. It's a statement song that simply says, God, you are so great. You are greater than my greatest thoughts, my highest thoughts. There is very little that I can do to fathom just how grand you are and how glorious you are and how sovereign you are. And every morning I wake up and you are there and you are on a daily basis blessing my life, and I don't have any words. And I think this song really comes from a heart of God's greatness and His faithfulness and His kindness in my life. And you know, I know Rach and I, we really pray and we really hope that this song reminds you just how amazing and wondrous God is.
Unstoppable,